So, hello, 49 days of the Omer. So this is our final day today, 7 weeks of counting the Omer. Yeah, so just a thank you to everyone who's been watching, especially those of you who've been commenting, who've subscribed and liked the video and shared it. It's been a real encouragement. I really appreciate it. And just to say, tomorrow I will be doing a Tree of Life reading because it is the 50th day, so that is the day of Pentecost in counting the Omer, or the Jewish festival where they're looking for revelation from spirit. So what I'll do in that kind of tradition, I will do a full Tree of Life reading. Okay, so look for that for tomorrow, and then after that I will be doing daily reads, but obviously not counting the Omer. It'll just be a shorter daily read. Yeah, and carry on with the moon reads, etc. Anyway, a huge spread today. It will become apparent why that is. We're on the 10th Sephirot, so it's Malchut, so it's the world, it's the week we've been in all week, so I won't go into all the words, but I wanted to solidify and bring the tree together in terms of, because it's Malchut of Malchut, it's all the tens of all four sweets, but I'll explain the rest of it, and hopefully it will kind of bring things together for you. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it'll bring things together for me too. Okay, so up here we've got all the aces of the suits. Now the aces sit in Keter, the first Sephirot, right at the top, that first emanation. Then we have the High Priestess, and she runs that beautiful High Priestess energy. She runs from Keter across the Da'ath, the abyss, to the heart. So she's the path from the heart to the crown. Yeah. Then we have the magician. His path is from Keter to Bina, the third Sephirot, the receptive feminine. Yeah, and the fool is the path from Keter to Chochmah, so that's the masculine energy there. And then we have the Empress. Now the Empress, she sits between Bina and Chochmah, so it'll become apparent while I've got them. So Bina is understanding, the divine, the cosmic womb, and Chochmah is wisdom, potential, inspiration, selflessness. So that's the masculine and the feminine. Keter is the crown. It's the first emanation. It's the crown. It's the will. So Malchut, as I said, 10th Sephirot, is the tens are the end process. The end of process. They are the seeds in Keter manifested into Malchut, the material. So really all of the tree is in us. It's in us, and we are all of the tree. That's one way of looking at it. We're constantly creating as human beings, constantly creating, and we grow. We create and we grow, and what we're growing is these primordial seeds up in Keter, the primordial elements. So we've got the wands, which is Yod, fire. You've got the cups, which is hay, fluid. You've got the swords, which are air, vow. and you've got the pentacles, which are solid. So it's the Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, which are the 4 elements of the name of God, that sacredness. So it's not that big guy, that fella, that grey bearded fella in the sky. It's actually primordial elements, which kind of puts a whole different spin on it. It's the 4-fold name of God. And we're all of this. We're all of it, which is, yeah. So we're manifesting here in Malchut the primordial elements. Now, one thing that I find really interesting is quantum physics is showing us there seems to be a move at the moment where we've got the shamanic, mystic scientists now. This is part of our new age we're moving into. But yeah, quantum physics, there's a guy called Wolf, I can't remember his first name, but he wrote a book called Mind and the New Physics, and he's a quantum physicist, and he says that matter, Malchut, is how spirit, Keter, he doesn't say Malchut and Keter, but he says matter is how spirit appears in the physical universe. So we are pinpoint focused energy as material expression, which is very Kabbalah Tree of Life. We are the spirit expressed in material. It's profound. It's a profound thing that quantum physics are now proving. So in that sense, we are individual expressions of the spirit of the whole. I mean, it blows me away. I get really excited about it, and I'll have to watch myself or I'll go on and on today. So the purpose of this spiritual practice of counting the Omer is to see the whole of ourselves, of humans, you know, and of humanity, of nature, of cosmos, of source, to see it and bring the elements that are polarized, like this on the tree, to bring it back into the original wholeness, to raise our sparks. You know, I've talked a lot about freeing the divine from the material, yeah. So to understand that everything material is an expression of spirit, whether we like what we see or don't. That's the tough bit. That's the practice. So we're meant to see and express the wholeness we are already, and to understand and really see the spirit at work in every situation and expression, and then align our elements, our thoughts, emotions, actions with that greater aim of wholeness. So that's tikkamolem, repair of the world. We repair ourselves, then we look for sparks in everything else and repair where we need to repair that. Oh, just uncross my legs, I'm getting a stiff leg. So this magician, he's doing the signal as above, so below. He knows the as above, so below law, which is a kind of, that's a, I mean, they say it's a hermetic law, but actually it's shamanic law, as above, so below. So he knows all his infinite spirit, and he's working, or this energy is working to bring sacred alchemy to all the elements. He's got the pentacles, cups, swords and wands there. So yeah, that sacred alchemy he's working at there. So just like that path from Keter, the crown will, to Bina, understanding, the cosmic womb, that is, he sees the physical manifestation. So the understanding of Bina and the alchemical process of the magician is that knowing in the physical, the supernal understanding. So he'll see the cosmic womb, and he'll see the physical womb of a woman. He'll see the union of the sperm and egg, the division into multiple cells, and then the knitting together again of those produces a whole new being. So he will see in that physical act that the spiritual alchemy of the elements in the body and in the supernal cosmic womb, and he sees that produces a new creation. So it's physical material in Malchut, but up here it's a spiritual being. But the other side with the magician is he can be the trickster. There's that polarity. It's one side of the tree, so he can also be the trickster. Then the fool, who's in the path from Keter to Chokhmah, okay, he contains the potential of all the cosmic seeds of the element. But within him is that potential to create or destroy, hence the dog, yeah. So he's got every potential, but it's the polarity of potential. So there's your fool. Then we've got our beautiful high priestess energy, you know, and she's the guardian of the inner temple. I talked about it the other day. So she holds the Torah, the law, in her lap, and that's the mystical, the cosmic, the physical law. So she knows the path from the heart to subconscious, so from the heart to the mind in the physical, but the heart to Keter, the crown, spiritually. So she knows not only physical consciousness, she knows cosmic conscious, that's supernal, that's a supernal triangle at the top. So she's got the cosmic cross on her heart, you know, and that cosmic cross is depicted in this empress who sits between understanding and wisdom, Bina and Chokhmah. And if you see there, she's not only got the cross, which depicts both the cross of material and the cosmic ecliptic cross, she's got a circle on top, yeah. So the cycles, she represents the cycles of the material. It's a sign of Venus, of love, of the heart, of Sephirot, but it's about the material in that sense. So she's got the understanding of Bina and the wisdom of Chokhmah, of birth, decay, death, regeneration and rebirth. It's her crown of stars. But that's the material. We go to her for the energy to understand the cosmic womb, the cosmic cycles, you know, the supernal knowledge, the higher knowledge. But you can see that energy particularly in nature and in, you know, all life, birth, death, regeneration, decay. So these are kind of central because the high priestess is this path, and they make up the cross at the top. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the cosmic cross, which is with the magician, as above so below, yeah. So it's a sense of carry your sovereignty and responsibility, because this is incredible. It's incredible, this Tree of Life. And as I said, I mean, it gets related to the Jewish tradition, and it is a mystical Jewish tradition. It's also a Christian mystic tradition. It's also Gnostic tradition. It's the Hermetica, but this is an ancient symbol, the Tree of Life. It's, you know, its roots are shamanic, and it's the shamanic thought of spirit in everything. That they call it animism, but spirit, material is spirit, all of it. And the quantum's showing us that. That's why I said the shamanic, mystic scientist. That's where we're moving to now. So it's a sense, as I said before, carry your sovereignty and responsibility, but put down in this Ten of Wands the things that are oppressing, that don't serve your growth, you know, and allow your fiery, you know, the element of the Wands, fiery passion for life to shape your perceptions, and open up, Ten of Cups, to that rainbow spectrum of emotion and intuition. All the colours of the chakra, yeah, and whether they're heavy or light, difficult or easy, you know, crown your mind with understanding. This Ten of Swords, you know, crown your mind with understanding, you know, learn reasoning for why there's dark nights, you know, of the soul, and literally darkness in our personal life and in our collective life. So, you know, the Nine of Wands, that dark night of the soul, that kind of, you know, weighed down mental distress, yeah, and give that blessing. He's doing a sign of blessing to your life lessons, and allow your ego to be pinned down in the back seat, and your mind to serve you and to serve your understanding and bring wisdom. It's a tool, your mind. It's not meant to terrorize you and bring fear. It's a tool, the same as your ego. It's a tool for Malchut, you know, and manifest. This is a solid element. Manifest your sovereign, beautiful, divine spirit, the abundance and beauty that you are. We all are. See divinity in every face, every being, you know, every sentient being, human or otherwise, every tree, every star, kind of blaze brightly. So that is my take on Malchut. It's spirit expressed in the material, and for me that's what the material is. And when you look for it, I mean, people wait for messages. Don't wait, they're shouting in someone else's face, or interaction, you know, in the marketplace, you know, in nature, everywhere. Spirit's shouting, because you are spirit. You're just expressed. You're material. All material is an expression of spirit. So it's like, look for spirit. If you can't see, it's because there's something obstructing. So yeah, but be your beautiful self. We're those angels in Michelangelo's marble. So free it, raise it, you know. So yeah, so there we are. I'll stop now, or I'll go on and on and on. I've really enjoyed doing this and sharing what, you know, I've done in private before. This is kind of my tikkamolum. It's my sharing what I feel Spirit has taught me, you know, inside me. May not be good for everyone or everyone's path, or but it's a path that you know, I think brings love, joy, sense of wonder for me. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull us a hero's card. I need to look at that time. Oh, we're good, we're good. Okay. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Can you see that? Sounds like Rumi actually. Number 45, which is a 9, divine drunkenness. Surrender to your spiritual reverie. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's so beautiful. I'm going to get the book. I really like that. Don't think I've seen that one before. So this card is from stage 11 in the hero's journey, resurrection. So yeah, talking about resurrection. Oh, and the quote is from Rumi. That's why. The quote to it says, I am so drunk, I've lost the way in and the way out. I've lost the earth, the moon and the sky. Don't put another cup of wine in my hand. Pour it in my mouth. Perfect. So it says, the actual bit in the book says, you've said yes to becoming all you can be. Yes to becoming your best self. And yes to contributing to the world by remembering your dreams, sharing your gifts and talents. It seems the universe heard you and is responding in kind. Instead of panicking at the loss of who you thought you were, celebrate your gain. By releasing who you were, you've created space to explore the infinite possibilities of who you can become. Your divine disorientation is due to the disappearance of the self you've come to know over all these years. Take heart, knowing the sacred storm taking place within is part of your apotheosis. You're experiencing elevation from where you've been to the human you were born to be. The rearranging of cells, molecules, atoms, electrons and quantum material that holds you together is a wild party. Call it good and revel in divine oblivion. I think that says it all. I'm not going to pull anything else or say anything else. That's the message of the tree. Divine drunkenness. Surrender to your spiritual reverie. Alright. Lots of love to you all. Thank you again. Especially to those who've finished the course. Alright then. I'll see you tomorrow for a read. Not a Tree of Life as in what I've been doing. But the 50th day. Yeah, celebration. Lots of love. Bye bye.